Your settlement's established, your villagers have a place to rest their heads. Trees are being cut, rocks are being hauled, and berries are being gathered. Now comes the greatest challenge of all: how to keep your ever-growing village fed. Let's talk food in Aska. Hi, it's Drax. This is the part at the beginning of the video that everyone skips. For those of you that didn't jump forward, enjoy watching and listening. Might you consider supporting me further by visiting my Ko-fi or clicking on the join button on this video? Alright, that's it. Back to the video. My first couple times playing the game, I struggled with getting enough food for everybody. Aska has a lot of options for making food, but I don't think it's clear how to achieve food nirvana. In this video, I'll show you the food options available in Aska, how, when, and the order in which you build some of the buildings on this list. It's completely up to you. Let's start with gathering. There's food scattered throughout the world, just waiting to be collected. In the spring and summer, it's abundant. Berries are everywhere, and you should be collecting them up, as they're not only good for food, but they also help to quench your thirst. Onions, carrots, garlic, and more are easy to find and help to keep you fed and healed. If you find yourself on a beach, mussels are on the side of rocks, and they're damn yummy. One last item that will be the mainstay of your diet is mushrooms. They pop up after a rainstorm and come in a few varieties. I collect them up and sometimes eat them raw, but be careful, as some can make you feel a little funny. The gathering pit is one of the first buildings you'll construct at the start. The worker assigned to the hut will go out and begin harvesting all the food in the area. To increase the variety of food that's collected, you may need to add an extra marker or two to expand the gatherer's reach. Now when you get hungry, you can just run over and grab something from the storage. This is handy, but raw food is not going to help you get through that first cold winter. We need something better. As you begin to build, you'll have built a campfire with a cover. I recommend upgrading it one more time to a barbecue. This will allow you to cook most of the food you've gathered. The process is simple. Load the fire with fuel, then click on the barbecue. It can be a little tricky as it's behind the fire. Now add your food and wait for the little indicator to finish. All of the food will change color, letting you know it's ready. Then click the food again to remove it from the fire. Be careful. Leaving the food too long on the fire will turn it into coal, which I guess you can't eat? You can share your food with the villagers by placing it on the rack located on the back side of the barbecue. To place, just hover over the storage and press R to transfer. Now your villagers will help themselves whenever they get hungry. The process can be made a little bit easier by assigning a villager as a cook. Click on the barbecue, press R to manage workers. Assign one of your friendly villagers. You'll need to add some tasks for them to begin cooking. What you add is up to you. They will get right to work grabbing raw food from the gathering hut and cooking it up for the whole village. This is a big step up from raw food and a good start, but better food is right around the corner. Aska is a survival game, so yes, there's farming. Unlocking the farm and getting it set up is high on my list of things to build. Once built, you will assign a worker and make sure they have a rake. You can't farm without your trusty rake. Next, they'll need some farmland. Hover over the farm, press T to bring up the upgrade panel. From here, you can add a farm crop. Click Build. You can lay out the farm any way you want. Note, you're limited to size and the number of fields. With the field set, you can assign what you want to grow. I usually do a mix of food and flax. The farm is not only good for food, it outputs a mass amount of flax. And as we know, flax makes the world go round. The villager will take care of the rest, harvesting, storing, and replanting. And just like with the gathering hut, the cook will have access to the raw food to cook with as well. Hunting and fishing are also in Aska. The hunting can be set up to collect meat from the surrounding area. You can assign a villager, provide them with a bow and some arrows, and they'll get right to work. They'll bring back meat that you can cook and turn into some yummy meals. More on that in a minute. The fishing hut is a game changer, and if I'm being honest, I think it needs a little balance. The amount of fish that one villager can catch is insane. I'm not kidding, once you have the fishing set up, your food worries are behind you. Just like with the hunting hut, you assign a villager, provide them a fishing pole and some bait, and they'll get to work catching so much fish. Note, my first time playing, I walked right by the fish rack where all of the fish is stored. It's located on the beach. You can collect up the fish and either store them whole or you can harvest them for fillets to be cooked. Your food supply chain is not bad. You have some harvesting and cooking, but it's not enough. The cooking house is the final step in providing long-term food stability to your village. In my first couple times playing the game, I was late to build the cooking house. Now, at the start of the game, I'm working to get this building as quickly as I can. The cookhouse allows you to automate food and never have to worry about going hungry again. However, to unlock new recipes, you'll need to cook them first. This is an easy process. Simply grab some ingredients, meat, fish, veggies, it's your choice. Then add them to the cookpot with some water and press cook. When finished, a new recipe will be unlocked. You can then assign new dishes under tasks, and the cook will prepare them moving forward. The process makes sense when you do it the first time. However, I was stumped trying to figure out how to add new food. Couldn't figure it out. The villager in the cookhouse will now make hearty meals for the whole village. I would recommend setting up a warehouse close by to store additional cooked food. Having overflow as your settlement grows will be a big help. You can also store raw food, fish, and meat here as well. The warehouse plays a big role in the food chain in Aska. The cooking house for me is the ultimate goal and changed the way I played the game. Having a good source of food just opened the game up, freeing me from having to constantly worry about starvation and giving me more free time to harvest flax. Food in Aska seemed hard to tackle at first. Well, at least for me. If you're having a hard time keeping your people fed, I hope this video helped. Alright, what did I miss? Have some food tips for me? Leave them in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.